Welcome to Resist and Recover's leg class with weights. So glad you're here. Resist and Recover is all about happy, joyous movement for people recovering from eating disorders or disordered eating, or who simply want to celebrate their bodies and stay away from diet culture. Because this is a weighted class, you're going to need a heavier weight for you and a light to medium weight for you, whatever that means to you today, okay? So what you need today might not be what you needed yesterday. None of this has to be done with weights. You can do it just with your body weight. So you're gonna need to know how to do a suitcase deadlift in class today. If there's something that doesn't work for you, for regardless of reasons, knees, back, whatever, feel free to do whatever leg movement or really just any movement works for you. So if you've never done a suitcase deadlift before, it sounds intimidating, I promise it's not. Please stick around right now. I'm gonna go over it right now. Otherwise, you can skip to the check-in part of our class and start from there if you know how to do a suitcase deadlift. So suitcase deadlift is all about engagement in the legs. You're gonna put your feet hip width distance apart, okay? Let's try this without weights first. And watch me one time before you try it, okay? Put your hands in a fist like you were holding weights at your side. There's a slight bend in the knees. We're gonna lean over. We want our back to be straight, not arched or rounded. Backs to be straight. And we want our head and neck to be tucked a little bit, just so we aren't straightening out like this. We're really tucked hard, just a little bit, just in line with your spine. So what we do is we slowly roll down. See how I'm pushing my backside out and down? I'm not bending in the knees. Your knees should never come over your toes or really over your ankles at all, maybe just a little bit. So I'm slowly bending. I'm just kind of making sure my backside is going out and down. And once I get to midway on my calf, that's when I'm done with my exercise, and I come straight back up. A good focus is to make sure your shoulders are back on your back, squeezed behind you. Let's try that together, okay? I'll do it from the front. Actually, I won't, because it's not very helpful from the front. Okay, so here we go. Hands at your side, feet hip width distance apart. Lean your backside back, and we're just slowly rolling down. Keep that neck tucked or that head tucked. And once you meet your calves, halfway through your calves, roll back up and squeeze at the top. All right, let's try that one time with weights if you feel comfortable. If not, you don't have to do this exercise with weights. Okay, make sure to keep the weights touching your body at all times. We're slowly rolling down, okay? And we're picking up our suitcase. That's why it's called a suitcase deadlift. Slowly roll down, and then we come back up. So that's the only, and make sure to bend when you put your weights back down and in your legs and not bend in your back. That's the only more complicated or less household move that we are going to do today. Otherwise, everything else is up to your discretion of how heavy you want to go or how light you want to go. We always do grounding phrases in my classes, which is where you say an affirmation as you move. You'll get the hang of it more along in the video. So let's start with our check-in. You can meet me either on the floor, sitting, or lying down. Let's get started with our 1 minute check-in, just to get grounded. Go ahead and close your eyes. Really feel the floor beneath you, or if you're sitting in a chair, feel the chair beneath you. Feel it holding all of your weight and supporting you. Let's take a big inhale in. Exhale, sigh it out. One more time, just releasing the day beforehand and whatever's happening afterwards. We're just here right now. Take a big inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Beautiful. I just want you to pay attention to the air coming in and out of your nose or mouth. What temperature it is. Is it cold? Is it warm? Let's take one big inhale again. Sigh it out. And you can go ahead and open your eyes. That was our minute check-in. Easy, right? We'll get started. Stand on up. Let's get started with a 2-minute warm-up. Go ahead and let's do some inchworm. What that looks like is you roll down into forward fold, walk your hands out to downward dog, okay? Which is where you're in this kind of V pike position. Walk your hands back to your feet, stand up and do it again. Roll down, walk your hands out to plank or downward dog, excuse me, I messed up on that one. And walk it back. Let's do it one more time, or 2 more times actually. Fold down, walk out to downward dog or plank, whatever works for you. If this is too difficult or just not something your body's into today, you can always just do a forward fold and hang in forward fold. Beautiful. We're gonna come back to standing. And we're gonna do some side leg stretch. We're just kind of getting into kind of a side squat, but we're not going far down. We're just stretching. I like to pulse when I'm in this. I'm just stretching one side at a time. Switch to the other side. Beautiful. Nice job. And in a moment, we're gonna get down to the ground. That moment is right now. For yogi squat, if this doesn't feel good to you, feel free to just stretch out your legs and go from there. But yogi squat looks like this. Beautiful. Just getting those legs nice and warm. And soon we're gonna stand up and get ourselves even more warm. All right, we're standing up. Let's just start with 30 seconds of squats. Squat looks like this if you need a refresher. You don't need to go far down. We're just getting warm. Nice job. Always take a break when you need. You can even just do tiny micro squats. I love it. We're going into a curtsy squat, which is what it sounds like. We'll do 30 seconds each side. Step your left leg back behind your right. And now we'll do the other side. Right behind your left. You want to make sure you're putting most of the weight on that back foot. It's okay if you lose your balance. I do all the time. Take it slow if you need. If that doesn't feel good, you can do some small side stretches. Keep going with alternating from side to side. I fell. I dropped my knee to the ground. Try to not drop your knee to the ground. Take a break if you need. This one really requires more space than I have, I think. 7 more seconds. And we're gonna move into split jumps, which look like this. They're pretty much running lunges. If that doesn't feel good to you, stick with lunges. Regular schmegular lunges, they're just as efficient. If you want, you can stick with running lunges. You also don't have to go far down. You don't have to jump. You can make it low impact. Nice job. 5 more seconds, and then we'll take a 30-second break. 30-second break, breathe. Take a longer than 30-second break if you need. We're gonna be starting with our first round. I will be using my heavier weight. Use whatever weight works for you. We're gonna start with a squat. So go ahead and pick up whichever weight works for you. And we're gonna squat. Take these nice and slow. This isn't a race. I have to remind myself of that. Beautiful. Take a break if you need. Put your weight down if you need. Nice, we're gonna move on to suitcase deadlifts, which I demoed at the beginning of this. I've given us a minute for these, not so that we do them for a minute, but so that we make sure we're doing them in the right form. So again, if you recall, we're going down to pick up our suitcase by keeping our spine straight. We're sitting back. Once we get to the middle of our calves, we're coming right back up. Beautiful job. Make sure to engage your midsection. You also don't have to do this with weights. It's still a really nice stretch as well. And take a break if you need. I know I say it a lot, but I often need that reminder frequently. 10 more seconds. And we're moving on to front lunge. You can use a weights, or you cannot use a weight. Or try it with weights in the beginning. Let's start on our left side. We're just gonna do 30 seconds on our left, 30 seconds on our right. Front lunges. You can also stay here and not step back. I like to step back. I don't actually know why I like to, but that's what I like. You can do no weights, you can do weights. Nice job, 3 seconds. Switch to your right side. Beautiful. You're doing a great job. Let's do our first grounding phrase, which is I deserve to be joyful. Say it out loud with me if you can. I deserve to be joyful. Say it out loud. We'll do it again when we return to these lunges. And we're starting back up again with our squats. Weighted if you want. You can hold your weight however works for you. Take a break between these rounds if you need, okay? Plenty of time to move. 4 seconds. Nice, nice, nice. And we're switching to suitcase deadlifts. Again, take your time here with the form. I like to exhale on the way up. Some people like to keep the weights at their sides. 30 more seconds. Some people like to keep their weights in front of them. I will say, try to keep those weights touching at all times. I'm going to take a break, but if you want to continue, you have 19 more seconds. This is a fun one today, huh? After this, we're going into our front lunges. On our left side, let's go back to that phrase, grounding phrase. I deserve to be joyful. I deserve to be joyful. Say it out loud if you can. If it's really a heavy one to say today, try wishing it for someone else. If wishing it on yourself isn't working today. I'll wish it for you. You deserve to be joyful. 2 more seconds. Switch to your right, front lunge. Keep saying it if you can. Oh, man. Oh. Take a break if you need. We're going to do this whole round of movements one more time. Starting with our squats. Feel free to do no weights. Whatever works for you. Take a break if you need. I like to exhale on the way up. Five more seconds. Go again with our suitcase oh my goodness, suitcase deadlift. Remember, if you're picking those weights up, you can still do it in suitcase deadlift. You just go further down. Nice job. "30 more seconds of this. Please take a break if you need. Last time we're doing this movement today. And you have 10 more seconds. I'm going to take a short break before lunges. Amazing. Start with our lunges. Left leg to the front first. If you want to switch it up, you can do reverse lunges, which just look like you're stepping back instead of stepping forward. Up to you. I'm going to stick with front lunges today. 7 more seconds on that left side. Take a break if you need. Put the weights down if you need. Still start with that right side. Nice job. "15 seconds. After this, we're going to take a 1-minute break. Let's end with some last very loud grounding phrase. You know it. I deserve to be joyful. And that's time. Put your weights down carefully. Let's take a 1-minute break. "30 more seconds. After this, we're going to go on the ground. We're going to be doing some donkey kicks and fire hydrant type stuff. If you prefer using a band, like I do, these weights are too heavy for me to hold with my legs, so I'm using this band. You also do not have to use any weights or any band. They're actually really, really good also for just stretching and opening us up. 5 more seconds, and then we'll get on the ground. Great, let's start with donkey kicks. On our right-hand side, we're on all fours and we're just kicking with a flexed foot towards the ceiling. If you have a dumbbell that you'd like to use, you can put it in between the back of your knee. If not, you can do this without a band. We're going to do 30 seconds on our right side. Three more seconds. Nice, and we're staying on that right side, that right leg. We're doing a fire hydrant. We're putting our leg out at a 90-degree angle, again, with that flexed foot. You can still use the dumbbell in this version if that works better for you. Or nothing. Oh, man. Nice job. Let's switch to our left side, the same thing we just did. We're on all fours, starting with our donkey kick. Beautiful. Nice. Five more seconds. Okay, and we're moving into fire hydrant. If this is hurting your wrists, take a break. Stretch those wrists out. Roll those wrists out. My wrists are super, fragile. because they always hurt after stuff like this. So take a break. Eight more seconds, and then we're moving to glute bridge. All right, moving right onto glute bridge. You can do this with a weight or without a weight. I'll show you what it looks like with a weight. And we put our knees up. Hi, Murray. And we just work our way towards the ceiling. You can do this with no weight. Nice job. Beautiful. And we're switching to a low pulse squat. So we're going to stand up. We're just going to stay in squat and pulse here. Grab a weight if you want. You can also just do squats if that's easier on your knees. Sometimes this is hard on my knees. You can take your band off if you want, if you're using a band. I'm literally keeping mine on because I'm lazy. And then we'll go back down to the ground for those donkey kicks. Okay, right leg, donkey kicks. Nice. Oh, my legs are tired. I can feel it. Let's do another grounding phrase here, which is, I'm a special person. Say it with me out loud if you can. I'm a special person. You are a special person again. Oh, we're moving on to fire hydrant on our right side. As I was saying, if that is too difficult for you to say it for someone else. Murray, you're a very special person, dude. Wow, special dog. Keep saying it if you can. Special person, take a break if you need. Roll out those wrists if you need. In 5 seconds, we're moving to our other side. Starting on our left-hand side, donkey kick. Whew. Nice up. Again, you can use a dumbbell, you can use a band, you can use nothing. It's our last time doing these movements. Beautiful job. And we're switching to fire hydrant. Murray likes this one, right, Mur? He's looking at me like, you don't know who I am. Nice job. Take a break if you need. Oh, 10 more seconds. And we're going into that low pulse squat. 3, 2, 1. Low pulse squat. Halfway there. It's our last leg exercise of the day, and then we'll do a quick midsection reverse crunch on the ground. Just for 30 seconds. Beautiful. 5 seconds, 5 seconds. You got this. Oh, that hurts. And you're done. Okay, one last thing. Reverse crunches, my favorite. Kick our legs out, bring them in. Legs out, in. You can take your band off for this. Like I said, I'm lazy. It's our last movement of the day. And there's 11 seconds left, so. And now, if that feels good to you, or keep it going. Woohoo! Love it. And you're done. Amazing job. Make sure to stretch out your hips and your legs. Do a little cool down. I usually just like to do butterfly. Oh, nice. Maybe kick that leg out. Do a side leg stretch. Then we can go to the other side. My dog and my cat are best friends. So we can keep stretching. I'd like to ask you to please subscribe to my channel. I come out with a new video every week. We have all different types of levels, but the main core, I shouldn't say levels. We have all different types of movement. We have with weights and without weights, and slower, more simple. We have morning movement classes, even an inner child class. So please subscribe if you want a variety of those types of classes. But at the core of every single one of my classes is recovery and rewiring our brains to remember how fierce we are, regardless of how we look, what our job is, what people say about us, what we think about ourselves, how our clothes fit. So keep coming back. I'd love to see you again. Marie and I wish you a beautiful rest of your day and week and month and year, and I'll see you next time.